You know, when you think of winter stories, you probably picture a cheerful gift giver, right? The one who brings all the joy. But what if that's only half the story? Today we're going to dive into a folk tale that adds shadow to that light. And here's the twist. These two spirits, they're not enemies, not at all. They're actually two sides of the very same truth. Okay, so picture this. Our story starts in a place that feels familiar, doesn't it? A quiet little village tucked away between these huge, snow-dusted peaks. I mean, you can almost feel that crisp winter air, you know? See your breath fogging up in the moonlight. There's this feeling in the air, this anticipation, like something ancient and really important is about to happen as the world just quiets down for winter.
And right here, this is where this story really gets going. See, we're all taught to look for the good guy, the gift giver, the one bringing all the light and joy. But this old tale asks a really interesting question. What about his shadow? What about the shadow that all that light creates? And what if that shadow isn't something scary you're supposed to run from, but actually something you're meant to understand? All right, first up, let's talk about the gentle giver. He's a spirit of warmth and light. And yeah, we'll start with the one we all know and love, the one who's basically the embodiment of the season's warmth, the spirit who really represents the best parts of us.
So, at its core, the gentle giver is all about one thing: generosity. But we're not just talking about handing over a present, it's way deeper than that. It's about that totally selfless spirit behind the gift, right? That pure, simple kindness you give without expecting anything back at all.
So how would you even know he's around? Well, he's a beacon of light, and I mean that literally. Villagers would see this soft, warm glow from his lantern cutting through the dark winter night. And his thing isn't big, flashy rewards. Nope. He brings these simple, heartfelt joys, like leaving sweet treats for people who've been kind all year. He's just pure, uncomplicated cheer.
Okay, but for every bright, warm light, there has to be a shadow. And this, my friends, is where the story gets really, really interesting. It's time to meet his counterpart. He's a whisper in the cold air. This is the shadowy reminder. Now, I know what you're thinking. A shadowy figure. Sounds like the bad guy, right? But the story is super clear about this. He's not there to judge. His whole purpose isn't to punish anyone. It's just to observe. He's this quiet presence that comes not with judgment, but with a silent understanding. And his whole look is just loaded with this ancient, earthy symbolism. I mean, his coat is as dark as the deepest night. His horns look like gnarled branches from some ancient tree. His eyes, they've got the glint of winter stars. But it's the stuff he carries that's really important. Those chains you hear faintly clinking, that's not a threat. It's an echo of forgotten promises or things we've neglected. And the birch branches, not for hitting people, they're a symbol of redirection, like a gentle nudge to get back on the right path. So you see, his presence isn't a threat at all. It's more like an opportunity. He's like a quiet prologue before the big celebration, giving everyone a moment to just stop, look inward, and think about the year. He's not a monster, he's more like a mirror. His presence is a gentle nudge towards introspection. Okay, so we've met the light and we've met the shadow, and now we can start to see the whole picture. This was never ever a story about good versus evil. This is a story about two sides, one truth. It's all about the balance of existence. When you put them side by side, you can really see how they work together. The gentle giver? His whole role is to celebrate kindness. He rewards the good deeds. His gift is something tangible, something cheerful. The shadowy reminder? On the other hand, his role is to nudge us towards introspection. He reminds us of what we might have neglected. His gift? It's a profound lesson. So one gives you a treat you can hold, the other gives you a lesson you carry with you. They're not fighting, they're completing each other. And this, right here, is the absolute heart of the whole story. They are not opposing forces, but two sides of the same truth. They're not battling each other. They're working together, like a team, to deliver one single message about what it really means to be a good person. I mean, think about it for a second. How can you really, truly appreciate warmth if you've never felt that bitter cold? How do you know how amazing kindness is if you haven't thought about what it means to be unkind? It's so true. Light is best appreciated against the backdrop of shadow. That contrast makes everything so much more meaningful.
So we get to the big question. What does all this mean? Why does this ancient tale even matter today? Well, it's because it gives us a kind of timeless recipe for how to live a more meaningful life.
The story basically lays out a path to a truly joyful heart. Step 1, you have to understand that chill of accountability. You've got to be brave enough to face yourself. Step 2 is only after that you can really fully appreciate the warmth of generosity. And finally, step 3 is to put them together, to cultivate both kindness for other people and that real self-awareness for yourself.
And that leads us to the final, really powerful idea here. True goodness isn't just about, not doing bad stuff. Real strong goodness is something that's created when we actually face the fact that we could mess up. It shines brightest when we face our own potential for misdeeds and we choose the good path anyway. That's when it really shines.
So I'll leave you with a question that's really at the center of this whole tale. To find true joy, must we first face our own shadow? Is the real path to happiness just about chasing the light, or does it take the courage to turn around first and really look at the shadow that we all cast? Definitely something to think about.